Good morning. So this morning I've just been waiting on the sun to come up to get out here and just water a little bit. And I will kind of walk you through what we've got and the progress we've got for our week 3 garden tour. Last week was week 2. So yeah. So I brought this home with me from John's mom's house, and it is called a lamb's ear. So it's super soft. You can kind of see it's fuzzy, and it was not doing so hot. And I started watering it, and it's starting to come back. And there's actually a little sprout under here somewhere. Take that bad leaf off. There's a sprout. There it is, right here. It's a little sprout. All by itself. So that should come back and do well. And it's a shade lover, so I'm gonna put it in one of my shade spots in the garden. Our little fig tree's doing good. When we first got it, it just had this leaf here and this leaf here. So these 2 leaves are new, and it's not super tall, but I just have it here in the bucket. This is a Chicago Hearty fig tree. My spearmint's still doing really well. I've pinched some of it off, and there's little babies all down in there, as you can see. So it should come back pretty good. I just have it sitting here in this little pot. This is the Hydrangea Bush that I cut back every year, and it has gotten really big. So there's the base of the window, and it's gotten pretty decently big. So first and foremost is this. These are the strawberries that are not producing, and I don't know why. Because I watched a video from my gardener, who I bought these from, and he said that you're supposed to make the crown show. So I'm gonna try and see if I can salvage these. If not, I'm gonna buy some more and try and start those again. So this is what happens when you live near the woods. Bed. There were deer in here, and they knocked over my peppers, and I'm not real thrilled about it. So I'm gonna have to replant those. And as you can see, it's all emptied out. So they ate my peppers. And looks like they didn't get too many of the eggplants. But last week, this pepper plant right here that looks like crap had been moved to another part of the garden, and I had not been the one to move it. It was actually picked straight up and moved over to this bed right here and set down right there. So I don't really know what the deer are doing. These are just absolutely amazing. Just look at all of the peas all over. They have been so prolific. I'll start over here, bed 1. So all of the red tomatoes are starting to come up. I need to weed really bad around the beds, but did weed a little bit in. And if you can tell, I took off a good bit of the beginning leaves that were yellowed from transplant and not hardening off the correct way. These are borage. So they've got borage coming up. And these are just lemon balm leaves that when I planted this outside, I didn't harden it off either, so it died back, and you can see the discolored leaves, and now the green stuff's coming back. So it's gonna be fine. This is the bed 2. So you see all of the peas still on this thing, and you watched me harvest them earlier. Still on this thing. Phenomenal. The only other thing I have in here is the radishes, which are itty bitty still. So when these peas die off, these will really take off. and do well. I've not noticed that the cups are doing much. There's still aphids everywhere. It's not to the point where they're like destroying stuff though, so I'll let them be. They'll be fine. And then bed 3, I pulled out all the peas on this one because they were starting to die back. And I planted a new one, and we'll see. I'm probably gonna fill this up with some kind of a runner bean. I'm not sure which one yet. The nasturtiums that I planted in the ground from seed are so much better than the ones that I attempted to transplant. Obviously, I can't even find them. They're gone. They're dead. So, note to self, direct sow nasturtiums. This is the cilantro. You can see it's starting to come back. That one may come back, I don't know, we'll see. Bed 4, I need to weed really bad, but I have Kentucky Wonder Pole beans that are doing really well. Need to put one in there where the weeds are. This is a little carrot. That's a weed. That's a weed. And then I have some pink celery. It's not doing so hot. I left it in the start cell way too long, so we'll see if that even works. This is the fennel. I lied. The dill. This is a little kohlrabi. And the cucamelons are supposed to go there and have not come up yet. So over here, I have sweet dumpling squash that didn't come up, so I'm going to resow those. These are Cosmos. I don't remember what variety. They're either the Dazzler Red Dwarf or something like that. I'll have to look at my plans. These are the Burgess Butternut Winter Squash. There's 4 of them. They're starting to do really well. These are the White Wonder cucumbers. And in between the cucumbers are zinnias. These are the Northern Light zinnias. All the way down. These are Table Queen acorn squash. Right there and there. Over here is the Waltham butternut squash. I have 3 of them. I didn't put anything between them, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because I was able to space these out well. Those other ones I may end up having to pull one to make space, so we'll see. These are the vegetable spaghetti squash. Doing well. Over here are the... trying to remember. One of these are cantaloupe, and one of the, I think these are pumpkins. Pretty sure these are little jackpy little pumpkins. Pretty sure these are cantaloupe. So we shall see. And then in the last bed, we have the cherry tomatoes, and they are just rocking and rolling. They're getting tall, taller. Obviously, they're doing well all the way down. I'll have the red okra in here at some point, and we'll get to that. Next, over here is my yellow tomatoes. So I have 2 down there that are doing pretty good. 1 here, the other 2 died. These ones, that one's itty bitty. That one's small. It's just the cold. They didn't like the cold at all when we got that little cold snap. And then down here we have the, I lied. Those are my black and purple tomatoes. These are my yellow tomatoes. Sorry. So, yellow. There's a little yellow one. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Ground cherry. And then over here, I'm getting eat up, y'all. I need a spray for mosquitoes. Now here we have the golden midget watermelon. So you can see where the leaves were really yellow. You can see where this new one's starting to be green. And there's a little leaf under there that's green. So that'll be fine in a few days. In between are the nasturtiums. On this side are the peach Malba. So there's another watermelon. That one's another type of small melon, trellising melon. And then obviously more nasturtiums with another melon. On this side, I have the Alaska variegated ones with honey rock melon and Minnesota midget melon, all the way down there. Over here is the okra. I just thinned them out some. So there was one plant, each little bit. So there's 4 long pod Perkins and 3 Clemson spineless. And then these are all of the pink, green, and white tomatoes. In the back, you see the Cosmos. Those are single sensation Cosmos. Those are the Hopi black dye sunflowers. They're gonna be giant. And then those I thinned out as well, if you can't tell. Those are the 4 sun gold tall sunflowers. Behind me is the pepper bed. This is the one my deer have been getting into. So here is a pepper plant that has been eaten by a deer. And I don't think it's gonna come back. We shall see. That one's a purple bell. That one's a jalapeno. That one's an orange bell. You can see all the baby flower buds that are getting ready to start. On that one, you can see the baby pepper starting on that one. If it would focus. Anyways, eggplants are down here. And then the more of the sweet peppers and mild peppers are over here. So, there's that. One more trellis. And it is the Boston Pickling cucumbers. In between you can see the carrots starting to come up. Those are Danvers long. And then these are another type of melon, I just don't remember what. With a carrot in between. I have Bear Lavender over there that's barely hanging on. My lone beet, because the deer have eaten all of the other ones except for that one right there. And over here, I have more melons. And in between the melons, or beside the melons, I have more cucumbers. So here's our pea haul. And we had date night, and you can't start a date night without a car wash. After that, we went to a restaurant in downtown Dallas, right near the old courthouse, where they had some really pretty flowers. My mom's lilies look amazing this year, and I went ahead and popped some of those pictures in here. They are so tall. The next day, we took a trip to Harmony to go see John's dad and my mother-in-law, Lisa, and Chuck, and their mini farm.
I know what you want. Somebody. I know what you want. It's the only time you butter up to somebody.
This is the white one, the boy.
They have all the baby horses at the farm this year. Lisa spends a lot of time in her garden, and you can tell by all of the beautiful flowers and things blooming everywhere in her gardens. We called it a night there, but that was not the end of the night for me.
So last night I split up all of my sunflowers, and I have several of the chocolate cherry sunflowers, and those are more chocolate cherry, I think. Yeah. So all these are chocolate cherry. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then these 3 are giant gray sunflowers. And then these ones are lemon queens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. I have several of the Autumn Beauty sunflowers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's more. Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is some German chamomile that's coming up. 13 of those. I have more lemon queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have, these are Velvet Queen. And there are 6 of those. And then these are all of the Mammoth Russian. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 of those. I have some aloe. I have some aloe right behind here. It's dark outside. It's nighttime. Some dill that I need to plant. I have some Rouge Royale. Those are back here, these 6. I have some Chocolat, L-A-T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. I'll put pictures of all those up there for you. I have some Alyssum coming up. This is the royal carpet that's purple. There's some asters starting to come up. Some more borage. That is Genovese basil starting to come up. What else? There's a little tiny Italian leaf basil coming up. I have just that one. Those are evening sun sunflowers starting to come up. And then over here, I have tons of things starting to come up. So we have all of these tomatoes that I started. And yes, I started tomatoes in May. This is my second batch of tomatoes. I'm giving most of these away. I did black Krim, pink ox heart, homestead, Amish paste. There's none of those coming up yet. Delicious beefsteak. I have Dr. Weich's mortgage lifter. The geranium kiss, I'm gonna have to restart. I didn't see any of those. Beefsteak, green zebra, silvery fir tree tomato, pork chop tomato. Those are yellow. I have some chicory coming up. You see some little tiny geraniums that are popping up in there. These are lemon mint here. And then I have, I think it's lavender. Yep, Munstead lavender coming up there. I cut these lights off at night. And then I have plain parsley there, extra triple curled parsley there. I'm going to turn these around so I can see the names of what they are. You see my lovely spider web I need to clean up. I have orange Mexican sunflowers. Those are the ones that I was talking about my friend Karen bought me. So I'm excited to put those out and show her. These are Mama Lisa's zinnias that haven't sprouted yet, but I'm excited. Blue Boy Bachelor Button, Catnip. This is the, I don't know how you say it, but it's a type of fennel. Thyme, Sweet Marjoram, Mammoth Long Island Dill, Common Oregano, Italian Oregano. These are all the chamomile that are coming up. Regular fennel, lemon drop basil, green culinary sage. I don't see any of those coming up yet. Broadleaf sage. What else? Cumin, African daisies, Pacific beauty calendula, Giants of California zinnias. I have a bunch of morning glory mixes coming up. So this is the Old Glory morning glory mix. The Zealand hybrid. These are pinks. These are red, white, and blue. I have the mix variety Bachelor Button planted here. Red Bachelor's button planted here. These are French Dwarf double marigold mix. The Zeolites calendula. I have Bells of Ireland planted here. It's not coming up yet. Blue Bachelor's button planted here. It's starting to come up. These are butterfly milkweed, not yet. These are all strawberries right here. Strawberry seeds, Temptation strawberries. So we'll see if those come up. This is a choice color, so those are bright, colorful. Whites, pinks, those kind of thing. These are white moonflowers. Those are going to go in the moonlight garden. Indian summer black-eyed Susans. They're not up yet. Giant color mix morning glories. Those are just big, giant morning glories. Clark's Heavenly Blue. Those are like a light pastel blue. Carpet of Snow Alyssum is white. Lure Pastel Blend Sweet Alyssum. That's different blends of pastel color alyssum, as the name suggests. Giant Mix Dahlias. Those are different dahlia colors. And then Giant McKenna Mix Columbine. That's not coming up yet. Over here I have the Silvery Rose Strawflower, the Johnny Jump Up Violas, Royal Mix Salpiglossus. I don't know how you say that one. I'll have to look that one up. White Snowflakes Snapdragons, Swiss Giants Pansies, Royalty Mix Petunias, Iceland Poppies, Moss Rose Pachulaka, White Linen California Poppies, and then regular California Poppies, none of which are coming up just here. I have Fern Leaf Dill, Peppermint, Lemon Balm, Greek Oregano, Rosemary, more Chicory, more Italian Large Leaf Basil, more Cinnamon Basil, more Sweet Marjoram, Chives, Coffee Arabica Beans, Vera Lavender, Red Shisho, Lime Basil, Holy Basil, Purple Basil. This is a We Will Bloom Again flower mix. I actually looked this one up. It's really neat. Botanical Interest did this brand when one of the hurricanes came through and took out everything, and they donated a bunch of seeds to people to regrow. This is one of the flower mixes they did, talking about how they're going to rebuild their community after the hurricane. So that was really cool. Mixed Cactus, Pink Mooly Grass, Spanish Eyes, Black-Eyed Susan, and then these are cilantro. none of which are coming up just yet. So we'll see if any of that blooms. If not, well, it's not the best setup in all of the world, but I have 2 grow lights, so I just alternate the trays between the 2 grow lights on a daily basis for the 4 shelves. And then I actually have things sitting on our deep freezer. So, and then over here is where we have the other sunflowers.
This same week, our sweet dog, Cookie, that we grew up with, passed away.